day at Weird Animals VBS starts with Sing and Play Stampede. Everyone was there, preschoolers and elementary kids. The music was awesome.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. This is why he gave his life, gave the greatest sacrifice. And I'll sing because you are good, and I'll dance because you are good to me.
We also saw a skit about a guy named Dr. Paws. He's pretty funny. But the Sing and Play leader told him the Bible point, and I think that helped.
Our zoo crew looked at the schedule to see which station we'd go to first. Looks like it's one-of-a-kind Bible adventures for us. Yes! These Bible adventures are really cool because we hardly ever just sit there. And the leader makes you think about Bible stories in a different way. On day 1, we learned how Jesus healed a left-out leper.
Even when you're left out?
Jesus loves you!
Oh yeah, and every time we heard the Bible point, we finished the sentence by saying,
Jesus loves you!
On day 2, we met a Samaritan woman. People were mean to her because she was different. We all know how that feels. But Jesus talked to her and showed God's love.
Even though you're different,
Jesus loves you!
Day 3 sure surprised me. In Bible times, people had a servant who washed your feet when you went to someone's house. But one day, Jesus did that smelly job. His friends didn't know what he was doing.
Even when you don't understand.
Jesus loves you!
On day 4, we wrote our names on a cross as we learned how Jesus took the punishment for all the wrong things we've done.
Even though you do wrong?
Jesus loves you!
On day 5, we hid from a mean guy named Saul. He was out there hurting Christians. Then God asked someone named Ananias to help Saul. Really? That sounds kind of scary to me.
Even when you're afraid?
Jesus loves you!
Plus, every day we got a really cool Bible band to wear on our wrists. It was always part of the story and always a surprise. When we got home, we could check out more about what the Bible said about today's story and the point.
Wow, Imagination Station is the best thing ever! Here we get to experiment with sciencey fun gizmos. These things dove, flew, flipped, whistled, and spun. And they all really surprised me.
Imagination Station is cool.
It was all safe and everything, but I can't wait to go home and show my friends. Every experiment connected to the Bible point.
Jesus loves you!
So when I take home my sciencey fun gizmos, I can even tell my family what we learned.
Finally! Snack time at Crudo Cafe. Some of the crews actually got to make the snack for everyone else. That was fun. We made wonderful parfaits, masterpiece munchies, people paws, a slice of heaven, and fright bites. Even preschoolers got to make the snack for everyone else one day. I can't believe they actually did it. I mean, that's a lot of snacks.
When it was time for games, we always knew it'd be a blast. But who knew you could actually learn something while having that much fun? These were totally different games, but a lot of fun. Plus, every day, one group that came to games got to get their pictures taken for Spotlight VBS. We got into goofy poses that didn't really make a ton of sense at the time, but the photographer put it all together into his cool slideshow we all got to see at the end of the day. It was always a fun way to hear the Bible story again, and we were the stars.
Okay, you haven't even heard about the coolest new part of VBS, KidVid Cinema. Every day, we watched a video about a real kid who feels kinda like a weird animal. Don't we all feel like that sometimes? But Jesus' love helped each of these kids get through a hard time.
Patrick has a hard time making friends because he's different.
Some kids treat me good, but there's one bully in my class.
After they diagnosed Vaughn and said he's got leukemia, I didn't even know what it was.
When someone gets leukemia, they get a special medicine called chemotherapy. The chemo medicine gets rid of the bad cells. Chemo takes a long time to work.
So the first day of school can be really rough on some kids, especially kindergartners.
As a therapy dog, I think he makes them feel comfortable and he helps them calm down when they're scared or afraid.
Each video was a little different. I couldn't wait to see who we'd meet every day. After the video, we opened the Bible to check out a verse that could help us when we felt, well, weird. And we even got a Bible memory buddy every day. Each buddy has a verse on it, the same one we just read from the Bible. I'll be wearing these fun friends way after VBS. But what I loved the best is how the buddies come to life on a smartphone or tablet. Check this out.
Don't be afraid. Take courage. I am here.
Every day at KidVid Cinema, we also learned about Operation Kid to Kid. I found out that there are millions of kids in India who don't have clean water. They have to walk miles and miles just to get a drink. And sometimes their water is so dirty, it makes them really, really sick. I can't imagine living like that. But just $2.50, that's only 10 quarters, pays for clean water for a kid like me in India, plus a bathroom and a place to wash their hands. Every time someone brings in some money for clean water in India, they get to put a balloon in this giant drinking glass. Watch it fill up. Kids in India also need our prayers, so we made a cool fold-up cup that we can take anywhere. The cup reminds me to pray for kids in India every time I get a drink.
You know how some people say, you save the best for last? Well, that's what happened at Weird Animals. Every day, we all got together for the tail end. We sang, then there was always something new and surprising. Like a science experiment, or a skit, or a surprise. We also got to see the Spotlight VBS show. Those were pretty funny.
So there you go. That's what happens every day at Weird Animals VBS. It's a wild time that you won't want to miss.